what? Alright, guess what? So, alright, guess what? Yeah. When I think I got a friend, right? When I think I got a friend, when I think I got somebody who is not going to destroy my life, is not going to rape me, who's going to respect my money to be mine, that I do my will with it. But the motherfucker comes along. He starts talking a bunch of shit. The whole technique of put down a girl because he want to be higher than a girl. He don't want to look like a piece of shit. He don't want a girl to be known more efficient than a man. In my own house, in my own home, in my own town, in my own city, every man is like that. My daddy, he ain't never been like that in the beginning. Said I could do anything and be anything. But once every man from all across the fucking world started getting in his head from on TV and in person, oh, they wanted him to make me be less than what a man ever been. That's why he died. Because they made him fight me. I didn't have to touch him. They put my own father against me for years. And I know it's the same thing my older sisters has had to go through. And it ain't just men. It's women that put him like that too towards his own daughters. Because they wanted him for his land and for his calm attitude and for his efficiency and for his kindness and for his gentility. But that was never broadcast about my father. A bunch of bullshit was always broadcasted about him. The females will become sexual and go in his bedroom and do what they want with him, then later say it's rape. He wouldn't go to them and do it. And they constantly wanted him dead. His own children wanted him dead. They did not love him. He had to struggle all his life picking up cans, on disability, Social Security, both. And riding his bicycle. He didn't have a vehicle of his own. Because once in a long time ago, he told me and I wrote it down for him in front of him. And he allowed me to write it down. That he was taken advantage of right when he got a lump sum of money. He was tossed aside like a pile of shit. By his own mother of his children. And his own daughters. Treated him like he was nothing. As long as they goes, fornicates. But whosoever. And I never blame my father for that. He would tell me, what can he do? He can't do nothing. He can't make their minds. He can't make their choices. And that's true. A lot of the men who married my siblings, my sisters or brothers, and the women who married my brothers, they were seen as the worst ones, the ones who were the evil ones. But no, it's the opposite. My brothers and sisters were very terrible. I don't know who taught them that, because I wasn't born at the time. I'm very different from my siblings because I was raised all my life with just my dad. And they hated him. They only wanted his money to do everything else they wanted to do with, and his land, and his friends, and his cousins, and his family. He wanted to use. My father was 80 years old when he died. He lived his life down in Dullarge on the bayou. He was a tugboat captain in his younger days before he got in an accident and became disabled. I was not born at the time. But there were quiet people on the bayou. His sisters and him were very quiet people. Well, they were loud if they had to yell across the entire yard, but not often. And I'm loud too. We're born, raised, and then people come here and they take over, and they force us to die. They force us to become unsuccessful. They label us names and they put us down because we're not like their culture. And they kick us around. And they use very illegal sexual attitudes and terms and cursings against us. These people, if they cannot rape you, rape us, then we're a piece of shit to them. They cannot steal from us and get away with it. We are a piece of shit to them. They will lie about us from the highest to the lowest. And they are doing it over and over. They have not stopped. And they stay put to make sure we die on the spot. So they can have our possessions and pretend like they were our friends. This goes for anyone around me who is not myself. I have no friends, zero, but God. If anyone tells you they are my friend, they are a liar. And anyone says they are my father's friend, they are a liar also. Even his own family members were not his friends. That's why he stayed with the preachers on television when they would preach about the minister, about the Word of God. Everyone else was running around wild and against the Word of God. Not getting married. Screwing around. Stealing. Cursing. Going to work to put their money towards their investment in more money. Never once a kind, peaceful investment in life itself comes from these people. The God of mightiness is on earth these days and will do his deeds to these people. My dad will be resurrected and his enemies will be blasted off. I don't care who will beg for mercy. God is merciful without anyone begging for it. When you beg for mercy to God, you are giving him a bad name, you are filthifying his name. You are using your ignorance, thinking that you gotta beg God to forgive you. He does it automatically. It's up to you. Change your ways and leave and do what you need to do. Grow up. Be your age. And be with your group of types of personalities and culturistical persons. So if you see my room with my clothes all over the place, it's not my fault at all. And there's no truth in any blame coming towards me. The truth goes towards anyone who has made my life miserable. My room and my unsuccessful life is an outcome of the misery causers, the nasty talkers, the dirty dressers, the smell bad people, and the unclean attitudes, unclean bodies, unclean. The drunks, the druggies, who hide there and do it in person.